And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, it's so exciting to be here with you tonight. My name is Nicholas Vaselli. Yes, I am the artistic director of Theater Breaking Through Barriers, and we are indeed coming to you live, as live can be, from deep inside the heart of the Thunderdome, right here in the glorious theater district in Midtown Manhattan. And on behalf of all of our team, our administrative staff, our artists, I want to cordially welcome each and every one of you to Theater Breaking Through Barriers' 5th Virtual Playmakers Intensive, or VPI 5. Time capsule. Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is our final evening for this go around, and I think this is our final work for this season for 2021. It's been really an incredible intensive. I think there's been so much really wonderful work, so deep and so rich. There's just been such a great variety that we were able to share with you over these last 2 weeks. But I am so thrilled about tonight's show. I think it sort of is the perfect way to finish this off. We'll refer to this as sort of the grand finale for VPI 5. It was written by the amazing Caroline Aaron. I'm really blown away by her because she's such an incredible artist and is so busy. She's working a lot. She's a wonderful actor, and she's a wonderful writer. She does everything, and yet the work that she comes up with is so wonderfully rich and poignant and funny. It's just got everything. The play is called Downward Dogs, and it was directed by, oh my God, who else? Anita Hollander. Anita, another, what did I say last time? Quintuple threat. I can't remember now. I've lost. You name it, she does it. So she's directing this one. She is also going to be providing the audio description. And then, of course, we have the wonderful, wonderful cast, which...
Thanks, Nick. Hello, everyone. I'm Anita Hollander, and I will be providing audio description for tonight's play. First, a reminder that during Virtual Playmakers Intensive, our stage is your computer screen. That said, currently the stage is dark. When the play begins, each character will appear in their own separate box on your screen. Tonight's play is Downward Dogs, written by Caroline Aaron and directed by me, Anita Hollander. The cast features Alyssa Chase playing both Barbara, a businesswoman, and her dog, Lola. Richard Lear will be playing both Hank, a co-worker, and his dog, Oscar. Scene 1, the dogs. 2 open Zoom screens. Sitting in one is Lola, a 7-year-old shaggy Disney dog, panting. In the other, we see an athletic tan and black boxer, Oscar. He is streaking back and forth, swiping by the screen. Finally, he comes to rest with a stuffed red-billed platypus in his teeth. He stares at Lola, then nods his head, dropping the toy.
Aw, you brought me Peepaw!
Yeah. Your people home?
For now.
Me too.
Including Maddie and Jeremy.
Aren't the kids in school?
School is at home.
Oh, right. Full house.
Well, for now.
Well, good. A full house, a full heart, yes?
Are you for real?
What?
You're kidding, right?
Don't know what you mean.
Do you not see what's happening?
No. What?
Never mind. I don't feel like talking right now.
Well, I do. I love talking. I love talking to you. Or anybody, really. I only have Hank. And he's kind of quiet, except with me. He does talk to me quite a lot, really.
About what?
About his day. Well, not now, but before. He used to come home, put down his bag. 9 times out of 10, he also walked in with a bag of groceries. He'd put everything down, go to the bathroom, splash water on his face, come out and tell me about his day. Then a walk, then dinner, then just hanging out until bedtime.
Every night?
Oh, no, no, no. He was mostly out, only when he stayed in for the night.
And now?
You mean lately?
Yes.
Well, he doesn't go anywhere. So it's just us. It's divine.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
I don't understand.
Things are reopening. The weather is glorious. The numbers are going down. It is just a matter of time until they leave the house.
Oh, no.
Yes. We haven't been apart for over a year, not for a minute. I even go to the basement with Barbara to dump the garbage, and you know how I hate the basement.
I'm lucky there's a garbage chute right on our floor. I hate the basement too.
It's starting. They're re-entering.
How so?
Everything in the past year was delivered. Groceries, medicine, office supplies, cleaning stuff, and toys.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
All of it delivered until a week ago. Now she goes out to food shop without me. It's torture. But thankfully, she's never gone for more than, well, I don't know how long. I can't tell time. Can you?
I know when it's dinner time. That's the only time I can tell.
The last time we all went out together was when Maddie brought me to show and tell. She was in kindergarten. That was so fun. Those were the days.
I love road trips. Hank always takes me when he goes out of the city, except when he goes on an airplane. I can't go then.
What do you do?
Zach comes and stays with me, but I have to share him with a lot of other dogs, and I cannot stand Harry. He's so big and picks on Ducky.
Why?
He's jealous. Ducky is pocket size. Harry's huge, but Hank hasn't been able to go anywhere for over a year, so I haven't had to deal with that.
Are your people vaccinated?
Hank hasn't gotten around to it.
Just you wait. Barbara had her second one a week and a half ago. So a few more days, and then she's good to go.
Oh.
I don't want her to go.
Go where?
Anywhere.
Remember when they first brought us home? They would never leave us alone.
In case we had an accident or tore up the place.
Exactly. So?
So?
When Barbara goes out, go after the newspaper. Hank loves his paper. When I was little, I threaded the Sunday arts and leisure section into little bits. Hank stayed home after that for a while, or took me with him wherever he was going.
Her shoes. Oh, yes, I could chew up her new Manolo Blahniks. Oscar, you're a genius.
So I've been told.
What was that?
Oh, it's Hank! Walk time!
Oscar exits his box. Lola stays on, thinking. She finds a shoe, starts sniffing it, and trots off with it in her mouth. Hank appears in the box vacated by Oscar. He waits. Then Barbara appears in the box left by Lola.
Sorry, I'm late. Oh, are you ready for Monday?
I've had some pushback.
From who?
Courtney.
She's such a princess.
That's not entirely fair. She has a compromised immune system.
She's compromised, I'll give you that. How do you think she got promoted so quickly?
She has kick-ass tech skills.
Oh, she's not an IT manager. She's in marketing.
Digital media, same thing.
We thought we were getting some creative output when we hired her. She puts out, that's for sure, but not so sure about output.
Cranky, cranky, cranky.
I'm being a bitch, I know. Oh, I just don't want to go back in. Do you?
Aren't you excited to see everybody?
At first, I couldn't wait. But now it's been over a year. I think I have Stockholm syndrome.
What's that?
When you fall in love with your captor, the thing that imprisoned you, you start to welcome, even love. After all this time, I forgot how to go out. I'm out of
I
practice.
feel sure it will come right back. I can't wait to see what Fanny is wearing. Aren't you looking forward to that?
Fishnets.
With sneakers.
Oh, do you think she owns a mirror?
Let's hope not.
Okay. Okay, we should go over this presentation. I'm going out.
Out or zoom out?
Out. I'm meeting our new sales rep for a drink.
Where?
Outside. A little tapas bar around the corner for me.
Lola does not approve.
Lola, don't worry, you're coming with me. Yes, you are, sweet girl. I'm not leaving you, okay? Yes, we're going together. Yes, we are. I love you. Yes, I do.
You have bus benches as part of your pitch.
And
You think they're worth the expense? Especially because who knows when people will trust public transportation again.
exactly my point. No one will be sitting on them. Our logo will always be in the clear. Much cheaper than a billboard or newspaper advertising.
Woof! Woof, 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 woof!
Lola, cool it.
I think that was Oscar. Oscar? Oscar, what's with you? Must have been something outside he heard.
Are you going all in on Monday or doing a hybrid?
I put in for full-on remote.
What? No, you were the one person I was so looking forward to seeing in person.
Woof! Woof, 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 woof.
Give me a second. I'll get him a treat.
Hank exits his box, speaking to Oscar off stage. Barbara remains in her box, going over notes for this meeting.
Come on, buddy, let me finish. Let's get you a bully stick. Good boy.
Hank returns.
Why did you request to only work remotely?
It's the rules.
What do you mean?
The unvaccinated don't have the choice.
Oh, you're not vaccinated. HR can help you get an appointment. I was eligible early because of my pre-existing conditions.
I can get an appointment. I don't think I want one.
What? Why?
My allergies, I'm allergic.
To cats. What does that have to do with the vaccine?
I'm just not comfortable.
Tough. I need you.
Our Zoom is working for now.
Did Joanne sign off on this?
Haven't heard yet.
You'll get moved to Amanda's team, and then our team is only idiots plus me. You have to get the vaccine, please.
I'll think about it. What did you think about my pitch for radio ads?
So I'm not seeing you on Monday?
Probably not.
Oh, just email me your notes. I need to get ready.
You're mad.
You were the last person I would have thought would fall.
I'm still considering it. But what about Oscar? He will hate it if I'm gone all day, every day. It's just the two of us. I can't leave him.
Lola will hate it at first, but she'll adjust. She's a dog.
Maybe not. That was Lola. Oscar's on the balcony.
Lola, shut up. Lola, zip it. I mean it. I hate you for making me go back alone. I really have to go. I was going to say see you on Monday, but I guess I won't.
You could go remote.
I can't afford the cut in salary.
What? They cut our salary?
You bet. It's fair. I have to add a commute to my day. Plus, I have to wear clothes and pay a dog walker. It adds up.
Just a second. I have to get this. Don't go.
Hank exits his screen and speaks on the phone off stage. Barbara checks her watch and also exits.
Hello? Oh, hi. Can I call you right back? I'm zooming for work. Uh-huh. Yeah. How did that happen?
While Hank is on the phone, Lola and Oscar have jumped back onto the Zoom.
Oh, wow. Did you hear that? Barbara will be going into the office every day.
Oh, no, 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 no! All day, every day, a dog walker? No, 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 no!
It hasn't happened yet. And you're going out for dinner tonight. That's something.
She'll be sorry. I'll shit all over the apartment. And there's a new rug in the family room.
What's the expression? Never shit where you eat.
You're fine. Hank is staying home. But me? What about me? No one is thinking about me.
Who knew Hank would fall for vaccine anxiety? Lucky me.
Barbara is too smart for that. I'm screwed.
Oscar exits the screen and comes right back with another toy.
Mr. Octopus is my favorite.
I don't feel like playing. Bye.
Lola exits the screen. When Oscar sees Lola's not coming back, dejected, he picks up his toy in his teeth and exits. Hank comes back in.
Sorry about that. That was my brother about my mother.
Barbara comes back in, now dressed with makeup on.
You look great.
I am so uncomfortable. All my clothes are so tight, and I haven't worn good shoes in over a year.
Barbara reaches down and comes back up, holding one of her beloved Manola Blahniks, chewed up.
What the hell?
Damn it! My shoe! My favorite shoes!
What happened?
Lola. Lola? Lola, come here. Lola, bad girl. Bad. You are a very, very, very bad girl. Bad, bad, bad. Go away.
Oh, Hank, I'm out of time. Email me.
I will. I will Zoom after Monday. Have a good first day.
Barbara has already left. Her box goes black.
Coming, buddy.
Hank exits, leaving the screen open. He talks to Oscar off screen.
Oh, you need water? No, no more treats.
Oscar reappears in Hank's Zoom box.
Hi, everyone. I'm Oscar. Nice to see so many faces. I want you all to know this past year has been fantastic. Hank and me were together all day, every day. That's what we like, to always be with our people. It's funny how you humans have to have a need to get away from each other, even from the ones you love. That's hard to understand. Not us. You never annoy us. You never piss us off. You never disappoint us. And we love the way you smell. This past year, we have all been living our best lives. Don't worry, when the world reopens, we'll adjust. Do like we did before. Sleep until you get home. But what we prefer is to always be by your side. I know you want to see your friends, go out to eat, see a play, whatever. I get it. But as you re-enter, don't forget we're at home waiting for you. We miss you when we're apart. Wanted you to know. That's my Hank. Bye.
His box goes black. Then a photograph comes up of Richard Lear holding his beloved boxer, Endora, aka Hank, holding his beloved Oscar. End of play.
Did I not tell you that this was a perfect way to end this intensive? What a great show, really. So beautiful and so true. Oh my God. Could everyone please come back here? Ladies and gentlemen, wait a second. I turned off someone's camera. I have to make sure I turn it back on again. There we go. Come back. Come back. All right. Anita Hollander, Richard Lear, Alyssa H. Chase. Where's our playwright? Where's Caroline? Caroline, author. And of course, in the dark square here, Carlos Guillermo, everyone. Carlos,
Look at her.
when Carlos started working in our virtual intensives, it's so funny because he was doing all the background work. He played a zombie. And here at this last show, what is he doing? He's doing the background work again. Oh, it's so brilliant. Oh my God. What an amazing play. I love this play. I had the great opportunity to read it first, when it was first being written, and I just fell in love with it. And I was like, yeah, this is something we have to sort of save for the end, towards the end of the intensive. So, all right, the typical pattern of questions here. I have to start with you, Caroline. I mean, you have managed over the last. Did you do all of our intensives? I think you might have missed one of them, but you've done like a bunch of plays for our virtual intensives. I know you love your dog, but I have to ask you, tell me how did you come up with this idea?
You know that expression, one man's trash is another man's treasure. I think I noticed that, my dog Otis has been so excited to have us home. And whenever I even just go from one room to the other, he starts to have an anxiety attack. I could just feel it. And my husband and I have not both been out at the same time, very much. But when we do, he just cries and cries and cries. And so I just thought, we're also anxious to re-enter in a way. I mean, I have a little re-entering anxiety myself, but I thought, for the dogs, for our pets, for our people, not being together, even, I even spent the last year and a half, hating my husband, adoring my husband, like there'd be some days where I'd be like, why are you here? But then I realized he had no place else to go. And then when things started to open up, I realized I miss him. We were together all the time, every day. And so I thought, it's just a part of this whole amazing journey that we've all been on that I didn't expect. I didn't expect to miss being grounded. And I know that our dogs are going to miss us so much, so much.
No doubt about that. Not just dogs. I'm talking across the line. I think pets across the line. I can't really attest to goldfish or something, but I do think that there's that presence, there's that connection. I find that really, really fascinating. Humans are animals. We are, like all animals, creatures of habit. We like our routines. And after this last year, which being at home has become the routine.
Yes, that's right. It's our routine.
So now we have to disrupt that again, and it's gonna be a real challenge. My God, it's
when the character says, when the character of Barbara says, at first I couldn't wait to go back, but it's gone on so long now. And I also have had that experience where I just was like, this is going to be, I think we all expected this to be 3 weeks tops. And then as time started to accumulate, I realized I was kind of falling in love with not getting dressed, not going out, not having to wait in line. I mean, all of those things, you know, and I was so shocked at that feeling, you know.
Yeah.
So I think we're all going to go through a combination of lots of feelings in the next couple of months.
You know, I think we learned a lot this last year too. I think we learned that we can accomplish a great deal without having to go anywhere. You know, and that is a great gift. I hope that we're able to take some of that and incorporate it moving forward. That I think would matter, would mean so much. We live, I think our lives are so grossly out of balance. I mean, prior to the pandemic, just like there's been so much, you know, we're so driven to work and do all this craziness. And, you know, maybe sometimes you have to have nature that basically says, stop, down, stay, you know, maybe that's the right thing. I don't know, but I like being at home. I really do. Anita, so you had the great good fortune to direct this piece. You've done a lot of really wonderful work through, I mean, not just through this intensive, but through your whole career, certainly with us for many times. What was this? How was this? What did it feel like to do all this work with Caroline's play?
Well, I did feel, as I said, the night that the lottery was, that I felt like I hit the jackpot, because I couldn't wait to work with Caroline on anything, not knowing what it was going to be, but just to be able to work with her. We've known each other a long time, and
how we know each other.
Because when our children, her son Ben and my daughter Holland, when they were 3, they were in preschool together right here in Manhattan Plaza, and we had play dates. And we had really a lot of fun, and Holland loved Ben, and Ben seemed to like Holland a lot. And that was who we were to each other. We knew each other through that. And then the years have gone by, and here we are. I was so thrilled that she started working with TBTV, and that was fantastic. And
our children are 25 now, just so you get context of what school to now was. And I was living in LA all those years. So this was our reunion.
It was. And I will say also, we had such a great cast, and it was funny because Richard came with a whole package of, like, we had Carlos and we had Endora, and
yes.
A lot of inspiration coming from that end. And Alyssa and I have worked together on Artificial Jungle for the Theater Breaking Through Barriers, which was such a blast. It was this time of year, 4 years ago, I think it was, and such a blast. So it was really exciting. And they've brought something wonderful every time. And sometimes I just plain laugh out loud, because they're bringing so much hilarious greatness to these dogs and people. So it's been a dream. It's been really great. And I wrote a play for this round, and that was a very different kind of play. So it was kind of this wonderful comic relief on the other side. And I love everything that everybody's brought to this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I agree. And certainly what you brought to it, the play you wrote was an absolutely, oh my God, I've gotten so many wonderful comments. I will share them with you at another time, but really just beautiful work, as is this work. My God, just I love this play so much. And just a little side note, not that I want to, I forget who wrote the article, but it came out like last month or something, talking about like plays that were recently produced that deserve a Broadway run, and they mentioned The Artificial Jungle, our production of it.
Wow.
So just go there, guys. For those who say that nobody really pays attention to what TBTB does, they want us to do a Broadway run of The Artificial Jungle. So hey,
I second that.
Yeah, such a great play. It really was such a great play. but oh my goodness, this was just delightful. Richard, I have to tell you, I just love you to death. I really do. You are such an outstanding actor, and I've had and to be able to, I mean, to have had the pleasure to watch all of the work that you've done over this last year with us, just with us alone, and to see all of this incredible range, you've brought so much depth, and oh, you're just extraordinary. And now you got to play a dog.
Can I call you and have you just say that to me randomly from time to time?
Yeah. No, but it's true. I don't have, I mean, I am not lying to you. You are, I just love, I love watching you. I love what you bring to everything that you do.
I think that I'd like to just have a shout out to Anne Marie, that the process of writing these plays is to meet with your director and actors, and sort of they become the inspiration for what you come up with. And Richard and I always start by asking the actors, whether you would ever be cast in it or not, what is your dream part? What would you like? Yeah. For me, it could be a man or a woman, it doesn't matter, but just to try and get an idea of what somebody has inside of them that they want to express. And we started out with another actress who ended up having a family emergency, and Marie had to drop out. And I never got to meet with Alyssa. I never got to talk to Alyssa. She just was so game and jumped in to save the day. So I just wanted to say that and thank her.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that, Caroline. Yeah, Anne-Marie loves you and loved this play so much. Circumstances did not allow, but when I had asked her, do you have any thoughts about, and again, I forgive me, I could have gone to Anita, I could have gone to the crew, but because this was such a random thing and everyone was randomly thrown together, I just asked her, I said, is there anyone that you feel you would like to replace you? You can name your replacement. And right off, she was just like, I want Alyssa to do it. And Anne-Marie is a wonderful artist, a wonderful actor, and she is also really great casting director. She's very, very astute. She knew the material and she knew who would play it so beautifully. And she was right as always. She was absolutely right. Alyssa, you are amazing. I think that you, again, we get to see you doing work where, like you said, it was in your wheelhouse to sort of play the
Rich bitch. Yeah, rich bitch is classic Alyssa Chase material. Yeah.
The
From
one
other
who
play.
turns to liquid courage for the side, and it's just like that type. Yeah, you nail that one, but you nailed this one like equally as good. It's just so great. What was all right? So tell me how you guys, and this is sort of a question for all of you as the team. What was that? What were rehearsals like? What was this like to work together on this wonderful play? I mean, tell me, do you have any little stories or any little moments of discovery that you want to share?
I wanted to say that the first time Richard showed up on the screen as Oscar, with just right up there, I was like totally in love with this dog. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, just so cool. And I had seen Richard do a few other plays. I never knew him before this, but I had seen him do a few other things. But this was so clean, so crisp, and so absolutely on the mark that I just looked forward to that from then on. But it was that first moment when his eyes lit up and he was like, it's just hilarious.
Well, you know me now.
Big eyes that just are like big blue eyes that just pop out at you. So amazing. Yeah.
I have to say that for me, it was a gift from Caroline. She asked, what two roles would you want to play? And I said, I'll never get to play Lenny in Of Mice and Men, but I would love to play Lenny. And when I got the script, at first it scared the crap out of me. I'm like, oh my God, I got to play a dog and a person. And then I went, oh my God, this is Lenny. This is Lenny. So it just like, okay, I get it.
Mhm.
So it was wonderful.
That's what Richard said to me. I mean, Anne Marie and Richard were the inspiration originally. And the first thing Richard said to me was, I get to have my time as Lenny when I'm, because it's the purity of spirit in that character that's also pure in animals. And I think that's where I was trying to go with that. But one thing that happened in rehearsal, like a day or two ago, is we were almost at the end and Richard had Endora in his arms and we hadn't met her yet all during our rehearsals. And I just said to Anita, I would just love to have that end the play, just a picture of the two of them together. And so we took pictures with our phones on this while we were on Zoom of Richard holding her. And she's now the star of my heart.
There you go. See, I love that. Oh, are you? You can bring back Endora anytime.
Yes, here she is. Jesus.
Here we go. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
There you go.
Look at her. Oh my God.
The
Enjoy-
paw.
She hates this. She hates being picked
Got
up.
this expression on her face, like, really, please.
That's exactly it.
Let
And the hand on my shoulder.
me go.
Better.
Okay.
But will there be treats, Daddy? Will there be treats? Yeah.
Exactly.
You owe me big time for that, Dad.
Yep.
That's
Another
right.
thing I loved was the male dog and female dog too, because Alyssa brought such the femininity and different thought processes, and Caroline had written it so well that way that we saw boy dog, girl dog in a very sweet and affectionate way. She wrote the characters very affectionately. And then when they went to the humans, we had talked about the idea that people sort of resemble their animals. Sometimes they become very much alike, or they were already, and we get to see some of that in there too, which is really fun.
Yeah. Oh, I loved it. I thought it was great, and and I thought both of you guys did such an amazing job. Alyssa, you really are. You rocked that. Really so great. It was just wonderful, and I love the changes. And I just thought it was so fun and clever to see you sort of do both. It worked so beautifully. But we can't forget Carlos, who has been doing all of this behind the scenes work. He's handling the offstage barks. He's handling the picture at the end. Oh my goodness, you have been such a great gift, and so many of you have come to work with us through other people. I think I like to think of it as just trying to widen the circle. I think for our company, in order for us to really live the mission that we want to live, we need to constantly keep opening our arms and reaching out and pulling people in. If we limit ourselves to just this or just that, and I'm not saying that limiting, saying we only want to work with this group I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. I mean, this is art. There's room for everybody. But I think for what we're doing, what we're trying to do, we have to come together as one. And so the treat of being able to say, well, we're working with Richard, but we can work with Carlos as well. And you are such an incredible, you're like so talented. As you, all of you who are watching, got a chance to see Carlos in 2 shows for this intensive. So he's just extraordinary. And well, now you've got to see him in 3. I love this play. I love this piece. Do you guys have any thoughts or any final thoughts about this project, this intensive as a whole? Any thoughts about what you might have expected before you started doing this, or maybe how your ideas have changed through the course of this year of this work that we are doing online? Do you have any thoughts about good or bad, yes or no? I don't know. Anything? Yes, Richard.
I have to say that this has really provided a lot of sanity. I consumed myself with taking classes and all of this stuff online. and that helped. But getting to actually create art, it really helped for sanity. And I think that you were spot on in recognizing that plays that are not written for the Zoom medium don't really work. And I mean, we're already asked to suspend our disbelief that the play is going on, and then we're going to ask to suspend it more to pretend we're in the same room with each other. But I think that you've hit it on the head by having, writers that write for this medium, and I think it's viable. It's entertaining and they're short, so it doesn't tax our already overloaded system. But they've given me sanity.
Oh, thank you. And hopefully have given others a little bit of fun and sanity as well. Yeah. Does anyone else have any other thoughts? Or yes, Anita?
Well, I had, after having 6 big gigs canceled for 2020, that it was one of the first years where I knew what I was doing for the whole year. And it was in other countries and doing my show in London. And I mean, just so many things. And after that happened, what I didn't see coming was it was going to be one of my best artistic years of creating things, because immediately I did a concert, and then I did a musical interview with medical students where they sang their questions based on my songs that I answered. I mean, the creativity this year just, I wrote about 6 songs that were all performed, and then there were 3 plays that were produced. And the interesting thing was I was getting paid for these things all along. So what it did was it really taught me that being a hyphenated person who can do a lot of things really came in handy this year. I used every skill I had and learned new ones, such as being my own camera person and being my own cinematographer, whatever, editor, director, doing my own shows, playing both roles in one of the plays. I mean, I just am amazed at all of the things that I was able to do. So when people ask me how my year was, I feel very guilty saying it's been really great. But I also think that for people with disabilities, particularly, we've been able to work, do our art, create things, and not have to get places, not have to do the commute, not have to get on the train, the plane, the bus, the taxi, or walk, whatever. I mean, much as I love walking all over the city, that part of it was removed, and I'm sitting at my piano creating art. I mean, I felt kind of lucky, actually.
Thank you. I agree. I don't know what else to say other than, I mean, I have some remarks I'll share at the end of this, but I agree. I think that in spite of all of the hardships and all of the craziness and all of the negatives, and there's a lot of negatives, but there are also a lot of positives that came out of this. I just hope that as we start moving back into what I think is, I don't want to call it normal. It's hard for me to say that because I know I mentioned it the other night. We only know pre-pandemic and we know pandemic. We don't know post-pandemic. And if the only answer is, well, it's got to be what it looked like pre-pandemic only, then I say to myself, well, then what did we learn from all of this? Well, I mean, this is something kind of glaring that hit the world that I feel if we just sort of disregard it and go, yeah, well, and then this happened, like it's more than that. It's that, I think that we did learn a lot, and perhaps valuing our grounded time, our time with family, the ability to sit and create as opposed to being on this hyper thing all the time on the treadmill. I don't know. I think.
Yeah, I want to piggyback on Anita. Throughout the pandemic, I was so afraid to losing my job, but Nikki and TBTB were able to help me to be fully employed, and I am throughout this, I got a promotion.
Yeah. Tucker, you're invaluable to the work that we do. You know, we would not be doing this work live. Well, I mean, we might have ultimately caught on, but really you were so instrumental in helping us put all this together and coordinating what we're doing with our live captioning and finding ways to make things easier. Not to mention promoting the work on social media every day, creating all of the banners, getting the email blasts out. That's all you that did that. I mean, forget it. To say you've earned your place is, well, certainly that's an understatement. You have demonstrated how important you are and how invaluable you are, and that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
No problem.
Well, listen, you guys, it's 8:17. I want to give you a little bit of a break because we have another show at 8:30, and I have a few remarks that I don't want to sit here and bore you with. I'm just going to bore our audience with them. So I want to thank you all so much for this great show, and I can't wait to see it again at 8:30. So thank you, guys. Thank you for everything. Well, dear friends, looks like we've reached the conclusion of our 5th Virtual Playmakers Intensive and our final production for this 2021 season. To say that this past year and a half has been a time for the record books is a gross understatement to all that we as a civilization have endured and continue to endure and have yet to fully process. We began this little experiment as a way to stay productive and connected with our audiences as we all struggled with the fear and isolation of being separated from our normal lives. We were forced to adapt and adjust to uncertainties of new routines, like working from home, keeping office hours alongside the kids' online class schedules, having to suddenly scramble for a quiet space inside your home now that everybody was there and nobody was leaving. Most significant, all of us now had to cope with the uncertainties of how long this was all going to last and what the world would be like when we were finally able to return to it. Add to all of this the sudden and desperate economic plummet, the inability to gather with family and friends, those you cling to the most to help you get through your daily routines, and the vast political divide and the chaos it continues to cause. It appears that we have a real mess on our hands. And yet, through all of this, we managed to find ways to stay connected and to keep hanging on. And here we are. Over these past 15 months, TBTB opted to use our Playmakers Intensive not only to keep busy and to stay connected, but to define to the world how we choose to look at you and how we would like you to see us. Our company, an integrated group of disabled and non-disabled artists of all ages, races, genders, religions, and sexual orientations from all corners of our country and beyond, all came together equally as one group of artists and colleagues. The artists were all paired together randomly, guaranteeing that each artist would be working together with someone they didn't know. The groups were all charged to create, rehearse, and present an original short work over a very short period of time, 2 or 3 weeks tops. Most importantly, each group had to band together as a team, and each team had to figure out for themselves how to make it all work. With all of the randomness and uncertainty with which we challenged our artists, each group managed to get it together and create the short plays we shared with you. During our past 5 intensives, we worked with over 270 artists and created a total of 56 original short plays. I don't offer these statistics up to be boastful. The numbers don't lie. But what I will crow about is the fact that during a time when we were all living in our bubbles of isolation and quarantine, we managed to call together 270 artists from all parts of the world, and many with whom we worked with for the first time, to create new work together, which we were able to share with each of you. Over 23,000 people by our count via this crazy technology, and all of it free of charge. Now, if that doesn't serve as a testament to the triumph of the human spirit and the hope that we can return to a better world in spite of the odds, I don't know what does. During some of our intensives this past year, we decided to dedicate our work to frontline workers and first responders, to you, our audiences, to all of those whose lives were taken by COVID-19 and are no longer with us. For this intensive, TBTB would like to dedicate this work to all of our artists, all those who are willing to take the time to come together to create the work we were able to share with you, including all of our outstanding writers, directors, and actors, as well as our graphic artist, Paul Gashler, and 11th Hour Design, our press representative, David Gershon, the team at Building for the Arts, where our new office space is located, where I'm coming to you live right now. The incredible team at Archive Captioning, Chris, Brooke, and Kelly, all of that, they've showed up every night to present all of our live stream captioning. Our audio describers, Andrea Misko and Anita Hollander. Our wonderful ASL interpreters, Marcia Adolph, Taylor Flanagan, and Devin Frank, and all of the other ASL interpreters whom I may be leaving out, who worked with us in other intensives. Our administrative team, Steve Asher, the brilliant Anne-Marie Morelli, who not only served as a director and an actor during this series, but also led the foray into audio description, and who continued to work under difficult circumstances. We have to thank our wonderful board of directors, Josie Lawrence, Sue Ferziger, Lou Morel, John Spinato, and Farida Ahmed. Last but most certainly not least, the heart and the soul of our Playmakers Intensive, our tech guru, the man responsible for bringing us together each evening, the amazing Tucker Salavara. As I mentioned to you before, Tucker, couldn't do it without you. Our company can only be as strong as our artists, and this proved that nothing, time, distance, quarantine, nothing would stop us from doing what we do. It's very strange to say this, but during this COVID year, TBTB has grown more than we have ever grown before. We've never worked with more artists during a season than we have this past season. We've never reached so many of you as we have during this past season. Perhaps our success is akin to the spirit of our disabled artists and their strength and fortitude to adapt and overcome in the most challenging of circumstances. Perhaps our success can be traced to our incredible funders and supporters who continue to partner with us throughout the darkest days of the past year. Funders such as the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, the Howard Gilman Foundation, both funders truly angels on our shoulders, as well as the National Endowment for the Arts, the New York State Council for the Arts, Actors Equity Foundation, Art New York, the Axe Houghton Foundation, the Barbara Bell Cumming Charitable Trust, the Jarvis and Constance Doctorow Family Foundation, the FAR Fund, the Japan United States Friendship Commission, the Lambs Foundation, the Lucille Lortel Foundation, the Virginia Cretella Mars Foundation, the Metzger Prize Fund, the Nelco Foundation, the Andrew W. Mellon Foundation, the NYU Community Fund, the Patrikoff Family Foundation, the Emma Schieffer Trust, the Fred and Eve Simon Charitable Foundation, the Schubert Foundation, the Harold and Mimi Steinberg Charitable Trust, the Crane Fund, and all of our individual supporters, all of you who continue to support us throughout the year, as well as those of you who began your support during our online work. Thank you all for believing in our work and our mission and for being such an important part of everything. I believe that the secret of our success lies in the symbiotic relationship between the artist and the audience, and the human drive to keep each other going no matter what. We call this last intensive time capsule. We chose this name because we felt that though each of the 56 plays can stand on their own as independent creations, when viewed in totality, the 5 intensives represent what we were all going through during this season of COVID. If you were to view the series from the beginning, you could re-examine the events of these past 15 months as they unfolded before us and were captured and documented in the words of our playwrights. Perhaps in the years to come, we'll be able to look at our work a bit more objectively and truly see it as a time capsule for this time. Whatever the case, we're so honored that we've been able to share it with all of you. As we come through to the other side and once again start resuming normal activities, that is our hope that we do not forget or take for granted all that has happened. This fall, from October 16th through November 20th, TBTB plans to once again return to the stage, and hopefully a full audience when we present the production we'd planned to premiere before COVID shuttered our live gatherings last spring, our revival production of Brecht on Brecht, a brilliant review documenting the life of Bertolt Brecht as told through his poems, stories, songs, and plays. Prior to the pandemic, we felt this work was incredibly timely and worth sharing with our audiences. But following all that we've been going through, the work is more poignant now than ever. We'll also present our 3rd Playmakers Redux, a live event where we choose several plays from our past intensives and develop them a bit further. For the 3rd Redux, we'll choose plays from the virtual intensives we just created this past year and attempt to transfer some of them from the small screen to the stage. Our Redux will occur in April of 2022. Between now and then, we will also continue creating and sharing with you right here in this brave new world of virtual theater. We have much to discover and we can't wait to continue connecting with you wherever you may be to experience whatever we're concocting. On behalf of all of us here at TBTB, I want to thank you so much for supporting us and for sharing your time with us. May the months ahead lead us to calmer, safer waters, and may we all work together as one to make the world we're returning to a better place for all. Thank you all so much. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening and have a wonderful rest of the summer. Good night.